Hi, welcome back to Sideswiper's Prime channel, and today we are taking a look at Gundam 00 High-Grade Gundam Dynames. Gundam Dynames is a long to mid-range gigantic machine that stands at height of 18.2 meters and weighs 59.1 metric tons. It was piloted by Lacan Stratus and served fairly throughout the first part of Celestial Being's plan of eradicating war on the world very well until it was destroyed in the climactic battle at the end of the first season alongside its pilot. For more information, I suggest you watch Gunpla below. It's a really good show. So taking a look at the model kit itself, we can see that it's at first it's not really big. It's like my hand size, and admittedly I do have quite a big hand, but on comparisons you will see that it is not big, although it doesn't need to be nice toy model. And so starting with the feet, everything is mostly with this totally white plastic and this navy green with obviously splashes of red and yellow. It does have some stickers like those on the thighs, those on the rocket pods, those gray ones on the chest that it made me a bit considering eating my own nails to be happy. What is interesting for me is that a lot of Level O kits had rubberized plastic in them, and here those two tubes are this plastic. We can also see a reactor of a Gundam here. I always liked this part of Double O kits, like you have the reactor here and then this pearl inside, although it is covered here with this part. Important thing to mention, this skirt piece should be one, but I cut it to make it more posable. Other things interesting, he also have those two wingsies here that can be popped up, and here's the head, and here's a funny thing about head. It does what in show did, as you can see with the fact that diadem barely hangs. So it should be like this normally, and then you boom and sniping mode, but it's loose, so it's like this all the time. So I just take up the white part a bit, and I pretend nothing is bad about this kit because of me. Anyway, it's a nice inclusion that didn't need to be here, but is. So it's nice. Out of things I do have problems with is that there are no pistols in those skirts, sadly, and there is no way to open those guards that were missile pots in the show. No way in a high grade. If you want to go by master grade, no way. Alright, maybe. Also, finally, I can joke about this. So, yeah, Dynames is a fan of BVL, I guess. So he has those two gigantic thrusters that stick out in a very wrong way. Oh my god. Big hollow end. Really impressive, but they do look kind of awkward. Also, we can see that he has stored weapons here. Those two beam sabers that are that have those squared off packs, so not all weapons would suffice. I personally use the ones from Core Gundam, because Core Gundam version Eurovan to be exact, and they work pretty nicely. So yeah, just check, because there are sometimes circular packs, and after cutting the thing a bit, I can return to you saying more great things. So I need to present how beautiful is not his spread, to present to you that he does have a butthole. He does have a port for stands, so I will just take one right off the other Gundam. This one is from Figure Standard Kuga. So you have a peg and you have a port, so you just shove it, and as you can see, he goes airborne. So that's always a nice display option, especially the Dynames did have some nice in-space action, obviously also midair. And I think it's time to talk about the accessories, and let's talk about the most important accessory of them all. The thing that actually made Dynames useful, his sniper rifle. So it's a long boy. It's made of grey plastic, as you can see. It does have a very loose side handle. It doesn't have any stickers for the scope, not that I need it. And it's preferable to hold it in the right hand because the handle is obviously here. Although the places for the support are on both sides, so wherever you want, you just shove it in and it goes really, really nicely. Hard to get it in the frame. And thankfully to the how wrists are built, there is no problem in holding the darn thing. So now some poor bastards can be really quickly dead. Nice. Oh. In terms of accessories for the accessory, so we have this part, and we can take it out and replace it with this thing, and it's obviously a kickstand for the gun. And I guess now is a photo of a Dynames with a kickstand, so we can see how it looks. And that will be all for the accessory of the accessories. And now let's go to something more important for me. Olive green. So those are obviously parts of his cloak coat, however you want to name that thing that he got a bit later in the show. Which is overall a nice inclusion for me. I wasn't sure when I was buying would he have this, but he has, and I'm really happy. So normally he obviously has only this one green shield, but he obviously can get attached those dummy thick 2 pieces and a copy of a green shield. So the big shields go this way, go to the circular ports that were previously housing a small shield. Yes. And then you are taking the little shields, and they do have little notches that are going into the grooves right here. Let me just try to get it right. And it's done. Done. D-U-N. And as you can see, he looks like an owl. He looks like an owl. This obviously limits possibility a bit, because it looks, well, weird. Although it does have some hinges, so obviously can do this. You can also use those hinges to allow him to get his arm out and put the gun in. So that's also an option. And it doesn't really go that much into possibility because you can get it out like this. Make sure it isn't loose. And he looks a bit like an angel of death, which is ironic because we have Death Scythe, who looks even more, but whatever. And yeah, He looks nice, isn't he? So there's one last accessory, and it's a very boring standard accessory. A split open hand. Split open hand made mostly to support the gun, and it's a left arm trying to get it out without ripping ball. Yes. Putting this in. He can say hi, he can facepalm, he can hold up a gun. It's possibility time, right? Yes, it's possibility time, so let's get into shut it. So you have bulge on the head, which gives a nice range of motion. That's for better. That's really for better. Those things are on the hinges. It had hinge. Hinge, get the fuck out. And this shield has a hinge and rotation is here. There are kind of butterfly joints here, so some nice range of inner motion. There are hinge here and hinge here, obviously. There's a universal joint. There's this universal joint here. There a shoulder moves a bit. Also there's a movement and here outwards, bicep rotation 90 degrees in the elbows, wrists to this. There's also bulge in the wrists, so that's always nice. You have some movement in his big butt, in his thrusters. You have waist rotation and a bit of waist up and down. And skirts move out. He makes this on the side. They can kick that far. He can back kick that far. Nothing in the thigh. He has double jointed knees that look weird. And finally, we obviously have ankles that go most of the way, so nothing of a problem. Here and now it's time, I think, for the comparisons. So for the comparisons, we have Gundam as the world heroes, Apian, Nobunaga, and Gundam, which from Mercury, the Lanza. We have Transformers Legacy United Torn and Star Wars Black Series Paratrooper in Nutcracker paint job. We have Genshin Impact Acrylic of Baizu and Beyblade X Drum Sword. And La Grande Finale Funko Pop Green Ranger and Dungeon Meshi Tome 10. So as a summary, I had a lot of fun with this toy. I hope you will have a lot of fun with this toy. If you want more screen accuracy, then Master Grade is out there. I hope you like this video. You may like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And say hello when Gwyn's bring back here. This.